What do you do if you own this 1965 Datsun NL320 truck and are looking for parts? Well, good luck. I talked to Paul Culbertson, the owner of the truck. I asked him, are these parts hard to find? He said, no, they're not hard to find, they're impossible to find. Datsun only made 1,000 of these trucks, and they do not make aftermarket parts. Paul was lucky enough to have 3 bezels. The problem, they have cracks, missing pieces, and holes in them. The solution is the Super Alloy 1 rod and flux. Paul owns Culbertson Signs in Tacoma, Washington, and invited me out to videotape these one-of-a-kind taillight bezels. He told me he was just off Canyon Road, which is about 45 minutes from me, and I thought I only remember seeing one sign shop in that very busy area, and yep, it was him. His signs really do work. First, Paul is removing the oxidation and the contaminants on the pot metal with a die grinder. You can also use a sanding disc, Dremel tool, emery cloth, etc. The taillight bezel has a few hairline cracks to be repaired. Because of the mass of material, we're going to broadly heat the pot metal. Broadly heating our part will ensure the best possible bond to the work surface. After heating with our propane torch, we dip the Super Alloy 1 rod into our honey flux and paint the flux onto our repair area. Now the flux will cool the part slightly as it's a liquid. Then we continue to broadly heat around the flux to bring our pot metal to temp. One thing to keep in mind is Super Alloy 1 melts at 350 degrees. That's less than half the melting point of pot metal. So there's no need to crank up the torch as high as it can go. We want our parent metal to turn the flux brown, not the torch. When we see our flux turn to a caramel color, we tin the surface with our rod. Tinning is simply rubbing the rod onto the heated surface to deposit a thin layer of solder. After tinning, we can build up as much as we need. Every time you add your rod, add flux. It helps cool the part as well as bond the new solder to the existing solder.
It's real simple, just start building with it.
Paul is taking it slow when it comes to sanding the Super Alloy 1, as the pot metal and filler rod have pretty much the same makeup, having a zinc base, and you don't need to get too aggressive with grinding. I asked Paul how he found out about Muggy Weld, and this is what he had to say.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm asking professional auto custom rebuild guys. I walked them in Monday. Said, you know anybody that can fix these? And they just blank. You know, these are people that are working on $3 million cars. and John at Bayer said, look on the internet for Muggy Weld.
And I'd like to point out that here at Muggy Weld, we don't do repairs on pot metal because you do not need us to. Paul was able to repair his irreplaceable, impossible to find parts on his very first attempt with the tools he already had in his shop, with the help of Super Alloy 1 from MuggyWeld.com.